Rockstar Games presenta L.A.Noir. Muy buenas, gente, bienvenidos de nuevo al canal y otro capítulo más de L.A.Noir. No salgas del juego ni apagues tu sistema mientras se vea el icono auto guardado. Lógicamente, como todos, pues vamos a seguir con el caso de la azafata asesinada. Y vamos a ver, que vamos a preguntar a un bar. Qué raro. De una licorería vamos a un bar. Así son las cosas y así os las hemos contado. Sí, es este. Era este el bar. Venga, vamos ahí. Hola, señor.
The regulars might have something else to tell you, but I don't.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving
Era el amigo,
writer,
¿no?
detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Antecedentes, relación con la víctima.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Encontronazos de
You want
qué?
to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Toma, acerté.
You
Tenga
say
relación
you
con la,
barely knew Evelyn?
con la víctima.
Yes, that is correct.
I don't like you, McCaffrey. You look like someone who's trying too hard, like your whole life is some kind of performance. I think you need to give us something to get us out of your life.
I don't like you either, you pompous, stiff-necked patrician. You think I don't see through you and all the other minions of the ruling class?
Último contacto con la víctima.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
Venga.
Can
Nah,
anyone
joder.
corroborate
Es
that?
que no.
Good choice of word. Am I a suspect?
McCaffrey,
Ya,
we're not finished with
solo
you.
una.
You had your chance to
Qué mal.
cooperate.
No valgo para detective, no. Y este sigue sin decir nada, ¿no? Vamos a ver. Este de aquí. Hablar.
Help me out.
Next stop has got to be the bowling alley.
Espera, no.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
A ver. Este pavo quiere ir ya. Esto es la calle, ya que sí. Así es. Guardando. Aquí no hay nada. Vamos para adentro y a salir por la otra puerta, que es donde está el coche.
You're free to speak to the regulars. Just don't shake them too hard.
A ver, pues ¿a dónde vamos?
You
A
drive.
la bolera.
I need to go
No
over the
queda
case
otra.
notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Car 11K, Car 11K, come in. Car 11K, Car 11K, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central, code 2.
11 King, in or out? Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Así es. A ver qué quiere. Yo sigo diciendo que los otros casos están relacionados. Y todos. Aunque los dos últimos no se les haya desnudado, pero es que son muy parecidos. Quitando el anterior, que es así que no tenía ni anillos ni nada, pero... Puede ser la víctima principal.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Otra carta, seguro. Oye, no está la señora, que hablaba sola.
Olive oil comes from olives.
No, pues está el señor que habla solo.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes, the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
De acuerdo, de acuerdo. Pues vamos a seguir con el mismo caso. ¿Qué pasará? ¿Qué pasará?
We got our orders. Back
¿Qué
to the Summers
misterio
case.
sabrá?
Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
¿Dónde está el teléfono? Aquí había uno, ¿no? ¿O no?
45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
Ah, está aquí, joder.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6,
106,
126
122 de Yale
between
Street,
Ord and Alpine.
entre Or y Alpine.
Thank you.
Vale, entonces, ¿qué nos queda? Ya está adentro. ¿Qué manía tienes que sentarte ahí?
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
Vamos al apartamento, venga. Primero.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What's it got to do with?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Joder, es que va muy rápido y no me entero de nada. No me entero de nada. A ver.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Y el 6 está... Pues al level 2. Está en la 6. Este es.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in. You want to do the honors, Phelps?
A ver.
Don't think this is anything.
Este libro,
Junk.
basura. El papel sí. Este yo creo que sí. Ah, vale, solo pensé que dejaba los otros libros. Mira, la falta, lo que tardarás mucho en curarte y podrás volver a casa. He puesto tus cosas otra vez en tu antigua habitación, que ahora tiene un candado en la puerta para darte privatizar y podrás entrar. Sé que has cambiado de dirección, así que no estoy segura si te llegará esta carta. Pero rezo para que así sea y que pienses en lo que te he dicho. Te quiero mucho y rezo todas las noches por tu seguridad y para que un día llames a la puerta y podamos reparar la brecha que nos separa. No, comprensión tu madre, Angustia.
One from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
Ah. ¿Y no la cogéis? No. Hosti, tú.
He said he was at home.
Desmontador.
He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
No deja mover ni deja hacer nada. Esta es la cocina. Los huevos les tiene ahí, sin meterles en el frigo. Ay, Dios. Pues no hay nada más. Vamos a tener que subir.
from the newspapers. Going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than staying in the garage makes you a car.
Aquí. Por aquí se sube a la azotea. Vale, ahí está. Ahora sí que tenemos pruebas, chaval. Te vamos a crujir.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
El otro es un vago de verdad, ¿eh?
There he is, officer. Give it up, LAPD.
Uy. Ah, mierda. Por querer ahorrar tiempo he perdido.
Don't make me chase you.
Can't we talk about this?
Hola, pegar. Sí. Ah, claro, es verdad. Mira, mira. Oh, mira, ole.
Blood's running now, isn't it? You're getting angry with McCaffrey.
Toma ya. Quedas detenido y a comisaría te vamos a llevar. Guardado.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Espera. A ver.
Any ideas?
A la
Next
bolera.
stop has got to be
¿Ves?
the bowling alley.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Lo que yo decía. To be free, oh baby, ba, ba, ba. To be free, oh my God. Las 19 y 17. Ya de aquí a comisaría, entrevistarles y caso cerrado. Esperemos. Sí, ¿no? Yo creo que sí.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James
¿Quién es Jimmy?
Tierney. He's a pin setter.
Coloca los bolos.
One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind.
Anda, va por un refresco.
Older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the
Por las
back.
pistas de fondo. Vale, vale, voy,
Let's go
voy.
get it.
A las pistas de fondo. A ver. Ya me voy, ¿eh? Que estoy abriendo la lata de Fanta naranja, joder. De refresco.
Down the left side of the alley.
Ah, por la puerta aquella será. ¿No? Ah, joder, por aquí. ¿Cómo me va a dejar pasar por ahí? Coño. Fíjate los reflejos, qué guapos.
Tiernan,
Otro que
LAPD.
corre. Joder.
There.
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked
¿Cómo
outside
se
a
va
bowling
yo
alley.
este coche?
Lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means, Phelps.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer!
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
Hit him, Cole! Spin him out!
Ahí va. Le voy a perder. Sí. Le he perdido. Cago en diele. Qué mal, qué mal. Vamos. Este vídeo va a ser más largo que el anterior. Vamos, coño.
Tiernan, LAPD. There.
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Bien, bien, bien.
Why do they
Me has
always
ayudado,
run?
me has ayudado.
I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always
Se ha
seem to
girado a
lam
la
it.
You know,
izquierda
your theories are not airtight by any means, Phelps.
y ahora a la derecha. Y le tenemos ahí adelante.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
That little pen boy's getting the best of you, Cole.
Se me va a ir.
Oh, looks like we're going into the
Joder,
tunnel.
estoy arrasando
Damn
con
it, he'll kill
todo.
himself.
It's all right, as long as he doesn't kill us. I'm okay with it.
Oye, que va por arriba el hijo puta. Tiene toda la pinta.
Ah, god damn it, the train up there.
Ah, que es el tren. Uf. A ver. Vale. Voy a intentar no chocarme contra él. Aunque sean los disparos.
Tiernan, LAPD.
Los que le paren.
There.
What are you waiting for? Get after him.
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means, Phelps.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble. He's going through the square.
I hope the people see him in time to get out of the way. What if they run because someone's setting them up? Because they feel like the deck is stacked against them?
Don't make up ridiculous stories for them, detective. Leave that to the perp's imagination.
Joder, es que ¿pa' qué coño sales ahí?
That little pen boy's getting the best of you, Cole. Oh, looks like we're going into the tunnels.
God damn it, he'll kill himself.
It's all right, as long as he doesn't kill us. I'm okay with it. Ah, god damn it, the train up ahead. Watch out, Cole.
Ah, pues sí que se había metido por aquí, el cabrón.
Let's bring this kid crashing back down to earth.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
That is the end of that. It's about fucking time.
Show me your hands.
Ahí, atrapado. Creo que he matado a un peatón, pero bueno. Pasos que cosan.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up.
Claro.
You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you?
Pues no sé.
Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His
Sí,
name was
muchos.
never on it.
I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the paper.
Advice?
We got suspects piling up at Central. I say we get there and work them over.
Es que hay muchos, sí.
You can drive.
Ah,
Fine. Where are we headed?
no queda otra. Y tiene pinta que con esto cerramos el caso.
You think the list is exhaustive, Rusty? Who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Claro que sí, hombre, lo vamos a hacer todo bien. Todo perfecto. Por eso no hay que preocuparse. Comisaría Central, ya lo sé.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson
Yo diría
is
que es...
an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, Caffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young Phelps.
A ver, objetivos. Informe del caso. Ha aparecido el cadáver de otra mujer blanca, más de 40 años, en la estación de carga Santa Fe Avenue, en la zona este del centro. Antes de iniciar la nueva investigación hay que ocuparse de un viejo asunto. Los efectos personales han sido empeñados hace poco y el fiscal está desesperado por hacer algo antes de que la noticia llegue a los periódicos. lugares, está todo tachado, el comisaría central, que es donde estamos. Creo que era en la 2.
I'm telling you, it'll never stick and you'll get roasted.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Esto es más listo de lo que... A ver.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
Acusar.
You'll have to do better than that, Grosvenor. We know about you and Evelyn.
Evelyn was a lush, and a boring one at that. You can't link her to me.
Libro o carta rota. Va por...
Seems
No.
there's a serious gulf between what you think you know and what you actually do, detective.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
How about half
Yeah.
of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
Right, es así.
What are you talking about? After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
No.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
Ajá.
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
It's either going to be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
Y ahora que vamos a la 1. ¿No? A ver.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
Este es el de la bolera.
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
Ay, joder.
barely knew her.
Claro, la otra.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends? How come this is so hard to believe? A man and a woman getting along, liking each other just as friends.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
You hate McCaffrey. You're trying to frame him for this.
You've got the wrong guy. How can you prove that? I'm telling you,
No.
McCaffrey did this. Do something about it and leave me alone.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
Es el otro.
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
I want the truth. I think you broke into McCaffrey's apartment and planted a lug wrench there.
I didn't do that, and there's no way you can prove any different. As hard as this is for you to contemplate, I really loved Evelyn. She was kind and gentle to me.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Teléfono.
Give me a hand, I got a hard case.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Yeah, I want to make homicide.
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks for your help. I'm stumped. Ideas?
Put the heat to one of them, Phelps. Your choice.
Habitación. No, este no. Es que yo creo que es el otro. Yo creo que es este. Estoy prácticamente convencido.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
A ver. Eliminar una respuesta. Te iba a
You're
acusar.
lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have.
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Amigo.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady.
Estaba claro que
Never
eras
hurt
tú.
anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Estaba clarísimo.
Congratulations, boys, you bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot at a prison graveyard.
Hijo puta eres. Paso cerrado. Estás encontrada. Ole, 3 estrellas. Toma ya. Guardando. Bueno, gente, pues hasta aquí el vídeo de hoy. Espero que os esté gustando. A mí es que es brutal. Pues nos vemos.